Imagine the blue sky clean and empty. You stare at the horizon, but sees nothing. The radar in front of you shows only static. And in less than a second, without any audible warning, the world around you explodes. What hit you wasn't a missile from nowhere. It was something that was there the whole time. But that your brain was programmed not to see the $300 million mystery. The Pentagon has just broken a decades-long silence. What are you about to see? It's not a science fiction concept or a rumor of area. Enthusiasts 51. We're talking about the X-44 Manta, a $300 million anomaly, which was designed by Lockheed Martin to be the ultimate predator of the heavens. But here is the question that no general wants to answer openly, because that a project considered canceled in the 90s has now reappeared with technologies that, theoretically, neither should there be. Say the Manta is not only invisible to radar, it has a camouflage technology called parallax, a poison that allows it to disappear before your eyes with its own space. But the real revelation is not just how it hides, is what he carries, and why the choice of your weaponry challenges all the logic of modern air. In this video, let's delve into the archives that were recently. Let's understand how a tailless plane capable of achieve hypersonic speeds in seconds became the best-kept secret in American aviation. More carry with every layer we remove from this story. A more disturbing truth appears. The X-44 Manta was not created to win a current war. It was created for a threat that the public still doesn't know there is. Prepares it. What did you think you knew about technology? Stealth is about to be sprayed to understand the weight of that X-44 Manta represents. We need to go back to the 90s. At that time, the world believed that the apse of engineering was the F-22 Raptors, but in the closed halls of Lockheed Martin, the Skunk Works divisions, the same one who created Blackbird's R-31, were whispering about something much more radical. They didn't just want a better hunt. They wanted to eliminate what they considered Achilles' heel of any aircraft. The tailing, the aerodynamic anomaly. Observe any commercial or fighter aircraft. All have tails vertical and horizontal for stability. The project acronym BLANKET for multi-access on tail aircraft decided this was technological waste. When removing the tail, they weren't just looking for aesthetics. They were removing the biggest radar signature that an airplane can have. But how do you control a machine that, by the laws of traditional physics, shouldn't be able to fly in a straight line? This is where the mystery begins to take on layers. The Pentagon invested hundreds of millions of dollars in a thrust system vector so advanced that it allowed the Manta performs that would break any human pilot's spine or convenient disappearance. And then, at the height of development, or suddenly the budget is gone. The official records, they said the project was just a design study, and who would never see the light of day for almost 20 years. The X-44 was treated as a myth, a forgotten drawing in a Washington drawer. But think to me, the United States Army would spend $300 million in values of the time just to test a tailless plane concept, and then just throw it in the trash. The reality, as recent leaks show, it's much darker, as the audience focused on the drones and the new fifth-generation fighters. Manta was being perfected in what the military call black budget. He wasn't dead. It was evolving. He was being prepared to operate in heights of up to 68,900 feet, an area where the air is so thin that almost no interceptor can reach the connection with everyday life. You already felt that weird feeling of seeing something in the corner of the eye, and when you turn your head, there is nothing there. Nevada test pilots reported phenomena exactly like this for years. Lights that move non-linearly, heat trails that instantly disappear. The technology that allowed the X-44 Manta operated in the shadows. It's not just an improvement on what we have today. It's a total break, and the greatest proof of this came with the revelation of the gospel for Lockheed. But before we speak about how this plane manages to become invisible, even to the human eye, Yes, you heard well, invisible to the naked eye. We need to understand what happened when the Pentagon realized that this machine was too fast to be controlled by conventional radars. They didn't just create one plane, they created a ghost that travels at 1,740 miles per hour. What if I told you that the biggest weapon in the blanket, it's not what he shoots, but what does he do with the perception of those who try? Look at it. Imagine you are a state-of-the-art radar operator, generation defending a no-fly zone. You have the best equipment in the world. Suddenly a dot appears. 1 second later, he disappears. You calibrate the sensors, but the sign is erratic, as if space itself was bending when you finally realize what's going on. The target has already passed you at 1,740 miles per hour. The X-44 Manta is not just fast. He is a departure from the reality of modern combat, the nightmare of air defense for an air defense system. Speed is an issue, but invisibility is. The death sentence the Manta operates in an altitude of 68,900 feet. For you to have an idea, that's almost twice the altitude of a common commercial flight up there. The sky starts to darken to the deep blue, almost touching space. At that time, the X-44 isn't just flying. He's hunting most of the missiles, Earth-air, not even achieves efficiently at atmospheric pressure. But mint, he moves. Like he's in a video game. Dis data reveal that it can reach Mach. Speed 1 in a matter of seconds. This isn't just acceleration, it's a G-force that would crush an ordinary fighter. Real consequences, the end of sovereignty. Now stop and think about the implications of it. If a country has an aircraft fleet that can cross national borders without being detected, the idea of frontier ceases to exist. The Pentagon did not spend $300 million to make a training plane. They created a tool of absolute domination. And if you think radar is the only problem, this is where things get really scary. There is a term in the military environment called visual invisibility for decades. This was considered the holy degree and the greatest engineering myth until the emergence of the parallax code, the parallax effect, and the psychosis of combat. Imagine a pilot enemy trying to engage the 44 in a visual combat, next to the famous dogfight. He looks outside from cabins, and where a metal plane should be 20 meters long. He sees the sky. He sees the clouds. Behind the plane, he sees the sun reflecting in an apparent void. This is not poison. It is cutting-edge science taken to the extreme, or coding works, like a mesh of cameras and displays ultras that capture the image from above and project it from below, and vice versa. The plane becomes a digital chameleon. The psychological impact of this on is devastating. How you fight something you can't see. Not even on radar. Not even with your own eyes. The reports of pilots who participated in secret simulations contra Manta are disturbing. They describe the feeling of being watched by a ghost. They feel of something passing by them. Hear the sonic boom, but the sky remains empty. The invisible weaponry, but the real terror isn't just not seeing. The Manta is the fact that when he decides to show up, it's already too late. The arsenal of this machine includes hypersonic missiles traveling at 2,850 miles per hour. These designs have an accuracy of up to 16 feet. What does this mean? In practice, means that the X-44 can eliminate a specific target within a building, fortified kilometers away, and disappear even before the sound of the explosion reaches your ears. Of witnesses, we are talking of a weapon that makes any obsolete current defense system, and it takes us to a question the Pentagon has tried to hide: if the mantle is so powerful. Why has he been kept in the shadows for so long? What they discovered during the test flights that made them fear creation itself. say the 44 carries something that goes beyond missiles, something that messes with itself. Indispensable infrastructure of an entire nation. Prepare, see, because now the puzzle parts begin to fit together in a way that you won't like to hear. Have you ever understood that the 44 Manta is fast, invisible, and lethal? But none of that justifies the level of secrecy that the Pentagon experienced. For decades, fighter planes are meant to be displayed as a demonstration of power. The F-35 was announced to the four winds. The 21B Raider had revelation ceremony. Then why does the Manta was treated as a disease that needed to be hidden from the world? The revelation of the phantom brain. The answer is not just on the fuselage or the engine. The true revelation of the documents is that the former 44, it wasn't designed to be just a piloted plane. He was the first test platform successful for an artificial combat. Intelligence, total autonomous. When the Pentagon says the project has been stalled, what they really meant is that control technology. It was too advanced for the ethical protocols of the time. Manta don't need a pilot to make life decisions. Or dead, it processes trillions of variables per second, eliminating human error, and most important, eliminating hesitation. The gun no one saw arrive, but there is something even deeper. Remember, I mentioned an obvious choice of weaponry. Forget the missiles. For a moment, persistent rumors of linked to skunk works indicate that the Manta was the test platform for the first pulse electromagnetic cannon directed in miniature. It means that the Manta can disable an entire city's power grid or fry the circuits of a fleet of ships without firing a single physical projectile. It doesn't just destroy the enemy. It blacks out the enemy's ability. Not even understanding that you are under attack, the tip of the iceberg. And here's the punch in the stomach. If the Pentagon is disqualifying the 44, now it's because he's no longer the top of the food chain in military logic. You just show your secret weapon from yesterday, when today's impossible weapon is already operational. Manta showed us that visual invisibility is possible. He showed us that planes without tails are the future, but he also left a clue disturbing about what comes next. If the former 44 Julia was able to disappear and rule the skies in the 2,000 years, what will be flying over our heads now at this very moment, without any radar or human eye? Noticing the truth about the X-44 Manta is not the end of the story. It's just the warning that that has changed forever, and we were the last to know. The 44 Manta is more than a 300 engineering prodigy $1 million. He is the symbol of a new era where transparency is a luxury that we can no longer pay. For years, we were led to believe that the limit of technology was what we saw in military parades. But the blanket proves that true innovation happens no more absolute brew. The disturbing reflection, the disqualification of these data forces us to face a reality. Uncomfortable if an airplane, capable of becoming invisible to the naked eye and fire hypersonic missiles, it was already yesterday's technology for the Pentagon. Where exactly are we now? We are entering the world where the aggressor can be at your side, and you'll never know where they has no sound, no trace, nor. Notice X-44 didn't just change the rules of war. It changed our perception of national security. The technology for locks and the autonomous cell he tested paved a path to an arms race invisible where victory is decided even before, from the first shot being fired or verdict end. At the end of the day, the secret of the blanket was revealed, but he left us with even bigger questions. We are prepared for a future where machines, ghosts, decide the fate of nations. Or is it that the fact that we know about the X-44, now it's just to something even scarier, which is already in operation. The sky you see today may look empty, but after everything we've seen about the Manta, do you really believe you're alone up there? Leave your theory in the comments. Do you think the X-44 was really retired, or he is the base of something that is watching us right now?